right, everybody. Eagles, 2-1. I made this video right here. Hopefully, I remember to put the vid card somewhere around here, or I'll look very, very dumb. Yeah. So I think when I dropped that video, I really believed in what I said in that video, but I did not think it would manifest itself, show itself until like week 10. It Yeah, Nick took 2 weeks. He gave him 2 weeks. He really showed what the issues. He really put all the issues that could possibly go wrong with this coaching staff, and his kind of role in it and the way that he sees the role. Yeah, he kind of put all the downsides to that on blast this weekend. I'm in no way saying that I think Nick should be fired to this point. I actually think this scenario, these issues will rectify themselves, but yeah, definitely have to talk about it. So to reference that video and kind of give you some context so you don't have to go back and watch. I'm not going to say the thing, go back and watch and come back. No, you never will do that. Yeah, so reference, I just was listing out the issues that I had with Nick Sirianni's head coaching style. I think it is a style that does work, and actually, when I say I have issues with it, I actually do think that this way can be the premier way. I think it can be the best way to go about coaching, but just so many things just have to be in place, and it's just hard for me to believe that um, almost any organization can really make it work. It's really hard to make it work. It requires kind of just a head coach who knows exactly when he needs to be, obviously always needs to be present, but just when he needs to step in, when he needs to step back. That's kind of the main aspects of it, and kind of everything stems from there. And Nick kind of just hasn't just shown that just key factor, and it's kind of just the first step and kind of the first thing people look for head coaches that want to coach in that style. Yeah, so he's not play calling on either side of the ball. He's not going to own any schemes on either side of the ball. So it really just leaves him up to like just fourth down decision making, and just those game management things are really going to be on him. People are going to be really looking to him to really nail those, because honestly, when it comes to game day, his role doesn't go much past that. So when you're kind of looking at these, I really thought he would be able to hide these issues, especially with the coordinators we brought in. Vic Fangio, I think, is firing on all cylinders at this point. I'm very excited about this defense. And honestly, who I was expecting to kind of be the star of this coaching staff, I was expecting it to be Kellen Moore, to be honest, but Vic Fangio has really taken that role from week one. I thought it was honestly going to take this defense a bit of time to really gel and mesh into this, but it honestly was the reverse of what I thought. It seems like this offense is really taking time, and yes, I think we are down A.J. Brown at this time, but I don't really think that that's a good enough excuse for this offense. So kind of when you look at where we are now, with all of this and kind of Nick Sirianni, I think the silver lining for me and the very few of you who watch my videos is that we expected this, but we just didn't think it would come this early, and it really came early. Like, he didn't even go 2 weeks without the media kind of just really pressing him about his role and his abilities to really bring this team to a Super Bowl, and how he can really play a factor into that. So yeah, the offense has struggled. A.J. Brown's been out, but I think we should be 3-0 regardless. I think when you're a contending team and you're down like a player, any team's down like a player like A.J. Brown, it's a problem, but when you're a contending team, you really got to figure it out. I came into the season, like I said, really highlighting Kellen Moore and thinking that he would really have this offense firing on all cylinders from the go. Not necessarily the case. But yeah, I think really what stems out to me is in the recent past, and when you look even further back, we're really a team that has really set up everything off of the run. And it's really weird how that changes when you sign Saquon Barkley. I mean, I think when you look at like a stat line and look at kind of just the overall productivity, I think that is definitely where we needed to be at for Saquon. But I think when you look at the ways that he can really like affect a game and really just make the whole game easier for the rest of the team, I don't think we're really seeing that. And I think that takes just schemes that I will never be able to relay or repeat. But I think part of it is just the consistency and honestly the repetition of handing Saquon the ball early and often. I think that will really loosen a lot of things up for the team. And I'm not saying just hand the ball off to Saquon and have him run into the D line every time. It just get him the ball in different ways. I think if a team the capability of Giants can really demonstrate ways to successfully get Saquon Barr at a minuscule level that they did, I think we can really heighten that with the team that we have, even with the injuries that we're kind of coming into. I think next week it's going to be even more important. I think we really will see these improvements that I'm asking for. I really believe in Kellen Moore as a coordinator. I think he can really be a star of this coaching staff. I think he's proven to be a star of coaching staffs past. I really like what he's done with Dak Prescott. I think the kind of mental additions he's added to Dak Prescott game, if we can copy and paste that onto Jalen Hurts, we already have an amazing quarterback, but I think we'll have very close to a complete quarterback on our hands. And yeah, I think kind of looking at what Nick needs to do now is really kind of just at this point just be unnoticeable and just do your job. Like literally just like have you don't want any hot headlines really at this point. Like just honestly just be be you, do your job. Your job is to game manage well, call call the right times when we need to go for it, when we need to bring the kicking unit out, when we need to bring the punting unit out. Just hit those, and aside from that, just be silent. Just say the right things. If it's corny, it's corny. Just keep this thing moving. Let our coordinators work. Let them get settled. And then as kind of this thing settled and we play better, then we can kind of see the Nick of the Super Bowl year and that kind of person. But for now, just be quiet. And saying that goes from this game. What does Nick say after the game? He's going to take over some more play calling duties.